Hey YouTube, Matthew Leonard here once again with another video, and today we'll talk about um what do people mean, the Shopify experts, quote unquote gurus mean when they say test, 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 experiment, 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 and we're all like, what? So today I'm going to break down this quote unquote testing that people always talk about in Shopify e-commerce. Now, the number one thing I believe that they're talking about, well, I know that they're talking about because I state this too, is products. So testing different products. One of my main advices I give to people is if you're not passionate about a specific niche or a specific interest, I would say this is the best way I say is open up a general Shopify store. So for example, you can have crazydeals.com. That's probably already a store, but crazydeals.com, and just upload 10 products, but make sure these 10 products are from different niches. All right. So you may have a product from the dog niche, a product from the women's fashion niche, like some type of makeup, some type of women's fashion, like a skirt or a blouse, something from the hunting demographic. And so that's what people mean when they say test. Is number one is test products. So I will open those that general store, have 10 different products from 10 different niches, and you test them on Instagram and Facebook. So just testing different products. So when people say test, 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 the number one thing they're talking about is products, because you don't know which product is going to take you to the next level, and you never know which product will lead you to that niche, finding that niche that's you, that you know how to target, and that you can become passionate about. So that's the number one, I guess, thing they talk about when they talk about testing. The number two is advertising. So when people say test, 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 they're also meaning in advertising. So let's say you found a product and you found an interest, right? And so when you're testing these different products, like for example, if you're running them on Facebook and you're doing PPE campaigns, just seeing which one has the most engagement, and then you choose that product or two or three of those products, and then you start advertising using purchase conversions. So when people say test, 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 and they're talking about advertising, they're talking about make a bunch of different ad sets. Like for example, on Facebook, let's say you're making lookalike audiences. Make lookalike audience for 1%, 2%, 3%, all the way up to 10%, and have those 10 different ad sets. That's a form of testing. Okay, let's say you have two lookalike audience, and then you're gonna have another ad set which is broad interest, another ad set where you really target people and you really do flex targeting, where you have specific ages, 25 to 34, women who live in Italy, who likes advertising, bam, 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 bam. So that would be another ad set. So when people say testing in advertising, that's what they mean. Also testing different ad sets. Okay, let me test manual bidding. Okay, let me test auto placements. Let me test just manual bidding without with a 7-day conversion. Let me try it with a 1-day conversion. So that's a form of testing with advertising. And these are the two main components that makes your Shopify runs. It's products and advertising, obviously. And so when people say test, 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 they're talking about these two criterias: testing your products, finding a winning product, and testing your advertising methods. Okay. For example, this Instagram influencer doesn't work. Okay, let me try this one. Okay, this picture with these words do not work with this influencer. Let me try this picture or angle this at a different angle with this post. So that is what testing means. The number one thing is products, and number two is advertising. I mean, they're both equally powerful. And yeah, and so for example, let me go dive a little bit deeper in advertising. For example, for Facebook, I remember I tested so many different things. Try testing lookalike audiences for people who add to cart. but people who didn't purchase. Try making lookalike audience for purchasers and not people who, and for example, just purchasers. Try making lookalike audiences for all sorts of criterias. When you're running ad sets, try, what else do they have? Try just starting all your ad sets at 12 a.m. every morning. That's what I personally do. Try clicking the expand interest button for one of your ad sets. Try having a 1-day click conversion, because there's two different 1-day conversions. There's 1-day click and then 1-day view and click. I usually use just 1-day view and click, because once they view, that's when I want them to buy. Just try different things like that. Try going for the add to cart conversions, for the initiate checkout conversions. Try different things like that. For products, just keep on testing different products. Once you find a winning product, that's when you test products within that niche. So for example, I found a niche. I was selling jewelry, but now I'm selling t-shirts. Now I'm going to sell different books. Now I'm going to sell this, and now I'm going to sell that. So that's when you test with products also. So I hope you all got value from this video. Be sure to subscribe and comment down below. All right. Peace.